What's going on, you guys? Petplatypus here, and it's time to talk about Dragon Ball Super Episode 70. And after you're done watching this video, you can head back over to my channel and check out that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure review. I'm sorry it's late, but I figured you guys still wanted to see it, so it is there in all of its glory, so check that out. Alright, I'm just going to come right out and say it. This is one of the best episodes of Dragon Ball Super. I'm not even kidding. I am not even exaggerating. This is one of the best episodes of Dragon Ball Super. It was funny as hell. It was well-paced, it was surprisingly well-animated for a filler episode, it used all the characters to great effect. It was just a fantastic episode, from start to finish. We get right into the baseball game, and the jokes just start flying one after the other. It helps the pacing, it goes by really quick, and it's such a fun episode. Yamcha's hilarious. Just, the name Yamcha is now synonymous for Dragon Ball fans with just failure. And seeing him actually outpitch these guys and be a baseball player and know what he's doing, it's so funny. And seeing him get abused is of course funny as well, because the writers of Dragon Ball Super have clearly been very self-aware for a while, with jokes like, oh hey, you power up, you scream when you power up too. Like, they have meta jokes like that, and by the end of this episode, you know they know the fan base at this point, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. But there's great visual gags throughout the episode. Champa, like, biting one of the bases was great. Everyone dogpiling on Goku when he says he can use instant transmission. The slow ball. All that stuff's great. Goku and Vegeta having, like, a Super Saiyan Blue beam struggle with the bat and the baseball. It's absolutely absurd. It's ridiculous, but it's hilarious. And like I said, there's actually some pretty good moments of animation in this episode. Nothing too phenomenal, but, like, Batomo and Magneta's, like, little combo they pulled was pretty cool. Champa versus Beerus, which was pretty nice, and Champa versus Beerus was even hilarious because it just starts off, they're just kind of shoving each other. Very, very basic, like, shoves that a brother would give another brother when they're mad at each other. It's so funny. This episode was so goddamn funny, and they have their big fight in the tornado, and then Whis and Vados have to break it up, and they call the game, but Universe 7 wins, and Yamcha, walk-off victory, hand on the base, in his death pose. I cried. I teared up. Just, that was fucking phenomenal. That was so funny. You know they were self-aware when they did that. Oh my god, I'm fanboying out over a baseball episode of Dragon Ball Super. I realize that, but I'm like tearing up right now. It's so funny. The whole episode was hilarious, from start to finish. It was cool seeing the Universe 6 fighters again. It was kind of cool that Goku asked where's Hit, and he says that's a hard guy to get a hold of. Obviously, not really foreshadowing, but it was kind of cool that Hit was mentioned, because obviously in the next episode, which I'm not going to talk about the next episode preview. If you don't watch the next episode previews and you watch my reviews, I'm not going to talk about it, because there's a pretty fucking big spoiler in it, but I will say it's very, very interesting, and I really like where it could go. So that's all I'm going to say, but yeah, not going to talk about it. I don't want to spoil anything, but definitely a really, really good episode preview. Also, the next episode looks like it might have some really nice animation. We'll just have to wait and see. Couldn't quite tell who was supervising it. A little bit looked like Shimanuki, and he did 66, so yeah, it'd be around his time to probably come back, but I don't know, it was like one shot, so I have no idea. I could have been recognizing a different guy's style and mixing them up. I'm not too sure who supervised this episode, but they definitely did a good job. Like I said, the animation, especially for a filler episode, was really good. It was really well paced, really great character interactions, really great comedy. Can't really talk about story progression or anything like that in a filler episode like this. I am going to give it this score, and I am judging it as a comedy episode. I'm judging it for what it is. It's an 11 out of 10 episode of Dragon Ball Super. You might say the fanboy is strong with me. I don't really care. Comedy is a very... on a serious note, though, comedy is a very difficult thing to pull off, and I don't think it really gets as much credit as it deserves when it's good. A lot of people are just like, yeah, it was a fun comedy episode of Dragon Ball, and it's like, yeah, but comedy is tricky, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, there's a series I've read, like Naruto, the comedy falls flat for me. I don't like the comedy in Naruto, throughout its entire run, even the early stuff that I really like. I've never really been a fan of the comedy in that series. Same thing goes for what I've seen of Bleach and plenty of other series. And that's not a game breaker for the series or anything. It's just comedy's a tricky thing to pull off. And another thing that I really got to give props for is the fact that, and I've said this before, but these characters are so well realized and so fleshed out that you could put them in literally any situation and they can carry the episode because that's how well developed and well fleshed out they are. And there's no truer episode to show that than this one right here, where all of these Z Fighters are playing baseball and they're all in character, and it's great and it's just fantastic to watch. So yes, while this episode was very, very funny, and it was filler, and it doesn't really affect the plot or anything, I still think for what it is, for what it was trying to do, it is a fucking phenomenal episode of Dragon Ball Super. It was hilarious, it was well-paced. Not going to repeat myself too much, but it's getting that 11 out of 10, like I said. But what did you guys think of this episode of Dragon Ball Super? You can go ahead and tell me in the comment section below. You can also follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN. I'm petplatypus on both. Follow me on Twitter at DAJFilms. Give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. If you are subscribed, go ahead and click that little bell to get notifications for when my new videos go up. Don't forget to check out that JoJo review. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.